Nick Darr here, getting ready to shoot another episode of Business Over Brew, which wouldn't be possible if not for our great sponsors at Roberts Motors. You know the Roberts Motors name. They've been around since 1949. Definitely a name that means quality. We certainly appreciate their support of not only this show, but all they do for the community. You talk about a local business that gets it in terms of supporting great community causes and just being involved in the community. The guys at Roberts Motors, Sam, John, the rest of the crew there, they really understand what it means to be a good business citizen in the community, and they've done that for a lot of years. If you're in the market for a vehicle, you know the car industry has been a little upside down lately in terms of inventory. They're starting to get more and more vehicles on the lot, starting to see some new Broncos out there, so go check that out. A little more pre-owned inventory as well. They're certainly always in the market to give you a great deal if you're looking to sell your vehicle as well. Now's a great time to do that. And maybe something we don't talk about enough is just a really great top-notch service center at Roberts Motors. If you need work done to your car, you need tires, oil change, any kind of service work, Roberts Motors is really a terrific place to consider. And they would just appreciate the opportunity to do business with you, whether it's buying a vehicle, buying your vehicle from you, or getting some work done to your vehicle. Check out Roberts Motors on Albee Street in Alton or at robertsmotors.com. Welcome to Business Over Brew, the show where we talk business with some of the Riverbend's most interesting and influential business leaders. Pleased to be joining you again from our great location here where we shoot it at Great Rivers Tap and Grill inside the Best Western Premier. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I highly encourage you to do so. Great food, great menu, great service too. So come on out to Great Rivers Tap and Grill and enjoy a great meal in a really terrific atmosphere. Pleased to be joined on this episode by Brian and Tanya from Fox's Boxes. Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We'll start with a little cheers if that's all right with you. So, well, tell us a little bit. Tanya, we'll start with you. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and where'd you grow up and how did we get to where we are today?
Okay, I'm from London, born and raised. Neither of my parents are English. They were both immigrants to England.
Okay.
My dad ran his own business, and I basically came to the States about 20 odd years ago. I had a drama degree, wanted to work for Disney or Universal. I wanted to be a Disney princess. Yeah, that didn't happen. So then I moved to Georgia, and then I met Brian in Georgia, and we moved to Illinois together. And that was 14, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
The years fly by, don't they?
They do. They disappear when you're having fun, right?
Absolutely, yes. Brian, how about you? Where'd you grow up?
So I actually grew up here.
Okay.
I grew up in the Alton area. When I was in my early 20s, I joined the Air Force. And that's how I ended up in Georgia, where I met Tanya.
So in Georgia, where did you two meet?
So I worked at a restaurant. It
Okay.
started out as a Greek restaurant. My mom's Greek, so I was like, "Ooh, I can easily do that." And then it got taken over by an Indian person. So we had Greek and Indian food, and the number one food in England is Indian food. So I already knew Greek and Indian, so it was easy to work in the restaurant. And he would come in for lunch almost every day, and I would harass everyone else he brought in except him. And apparently he understood that I was interested.
Oh, good way to pick up on the clues, Brian. Nice job.
It was not that subtle.
No. I don't do anything
I don't imagine it was. So tell us a little bit about just other careers you've had, drama, Air Force. What else have you guys been into before you got into the restaurant biz?
Wow. Yeah, I had a drama degree, so I danced and did theater and things like that. I've done some stuff at All Little Theater when I moved up here.
Sure.
I worked at Regions Bank. I've done lots of just customer service-based stuff. So I've built up an understanding of how I think you should deal with customers, hopefully in the right way, so that we have a good customer service base for our business. Because you don't have a business without people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brian, how about you?
Prior to the Air Force, I worked, normal young person job, Wendy's, Hardee's, IHOP, service industry kind of stuff. And then I joined the military, actually wanting to be a cook, and they told me no.
Really?
So I've spent the last 20 years doing IT security.
Okay.
And I just stopped doing that last month.
Well, great, good. That's a good sign of progress for the business, I guess, right?
Yes.
So was it your idea to drag Tanya back to Illinois?
I don't know.
I came running. I was in Georgia. Sorry, but come on.
I wouldn't say it was my idea. But I was not getting, as I was transitioning out of the military, I was not getting any job offers in Georgia. I did get a job offer here and from here, so it just made sense to ask her to come with me.
Yeah.
So tell us about the idea and the birth and concept of Fox's Boxes.
Oh, so we started with Brian wanted to grow a small amount of super hot peppers, like ghost peppers, because he likes super hot food.
Right.
So we bought a house in Wood River and it had an extra plot. And so he started a very small, like 10 by 10 little garden, right? And apparently he knew what he was doing, because all of a sudden we had way too many super hot peppers. So then he decided...
There's a limit to how many of those you can have.
There's a limit how many you can eat yourself,
right,
and torture your friends with, right? So then he decided that maybe we should sell them to other people, right? And so he started an e-commerce business, Ghost Pepper Store, right? And that's been around for almost 12 years now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So and basically we just kept growing. That kept growing. Demand. We have still, after all these years, not been able to keep up with the demand. So that's our main business, right? Ghost peppers, super hot peppers, all that kind of thing. And then I wanted to do more of that than I did wanting to be in the real world, as I put it. So we had an extra plot, so we turned into vegetables as well, so we could, because peppers take way too long from when you plant seed to when you harvest. They take a long time. So we did vegetables, and that's where the Fox's Boxes came in. We would deliver an organic box of vegetables to you every week, and so
it was a CSA model, basically. So.
Yeah, without prepaying, because we didn't want to take someone's money and then it failed. So we would just basically go, if you want a box, this is pay me on delivery.
Right.
And that lasted a couple of years. And then we kept growing and outgrew our space. And about 6 years ago, we bought 11 acres out in Fosterburg.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we've been growing out there, and we recently turned into flowers.
Were you surprised by? I'm surprised by because I'm not a super hot food guy. Were you
Yeah.
surprised by the appetite for super hot peppers?
A little.
I was.
A little. But honestly, when
Why do people like to punish themselves when they eat? Is what I'm thinking. But
they do, and I'm guilty of it myself. But I think at the time, or maybe 2 or 3 years in, I saw an article in Forbes, and it was talking about the top 10 fastest growing industries in the country, and number 8 was the hot sauce industry.
Right.
And that was surprising. And I went, well, there's something to this. Like, there's a reason why I'm seeing all this demand. So we just went with it, and we're still rolling with it. And it's
crazy.
It is. There's an unending demand for it.
Well, it's really kind of that's kind of what entrepreneurship is. It's a great marriage of something you enjoyed, something you like to do, and then also seeing something that there's an appetite for, and matching those two things up is really, I think, key.
Yeah, the only problem we've really had with it is being able to keep up. Right, we haven't been able to grow as fast as demand has requested.
Wow.
Right,
Yeah.
So and then, we started with flowers because it was more money in flowers than there is in vegetables, right? And we found out after growing some flowers that I was able to do bouquets. Talent I didn't even know I had, right, and a skill. So we were like, oh, let's tap into that skill. So then we do flowers and baked goods at the moment, which comes from the peppers. We would never have been able to do any of that stuff without the peppers.
You said you wanted to kind of get out of the real world. You probably had no idea how real the world was until you started a business. Huh?
Well, it's different. I like being my own boss. And so
Sure.
For me, that was all it was. It really was. It was I've had some great bosses, but for me, it was really the fact that I wanted my own schedule. I know I can do my job. I just want to do it on my own schedule. And you don't get that from anyone else. But yeah, the real world when you own your own business is 24/7. Yeah.
I think there's a couple kinds of people in the world, really. There's the kind that's work somewhere and think, I could run this place better.
Right.
I could do a better job.
Right.
And that voice for me never went away. It
Right.
just keeps nagging me saying, this is what you're supposed to do is
Right.
You're supposed to run your own business.
Right.
Was that the experience for you, that it just kind of never?
I just
kept
can't do.
talking to me?
I just can't do authority. So I can't be told what to do. It's terrible. I'm fully aware of my own fault, right? I'm fully aware of that. But I just felt I personally could do better,
Right.
without the micromanaging. Right, I felt like I could just do a better job at this, not at running a business better than anyone else. And I don't know about Brian, but for me, this is very fulfilling.
Same for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I don't necessarily have the problem with authority.
You were in the Air
I was-
Force.
I was
Yeah,
in the
You got to
military.
deal with it a little bit, right?
Yeah, sure. But I definitely, I don't, I guess I was kind of forced into IT as a career. I was not a computer geek
Right.
before in my previous life, so I never found it fulfilling. It was, it was lucrative, and it wasn't a bad job by any means, obviously, but
Sure.
it just wasn't. It definitely, I didn't feel it in my soul like a lot of my coworkers. They lived and breathed IT and
Right.
tech, and I don't. I breathe plants and flowers and fresh air, and
Yeah.
you don't get that in IT.
Well, that feels to me like it just farmers in general. There's something magical about being able to grow something and then
Yeah.
provide it to your
Yes.
consumers at a fair
It is
price.
such an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, we really feel accomplished when we're dirty and we've planted some stuff or we've harvested some things, and the smiles on people's faces when you give them something that they're happy. It's just a great experience all around. And if you spend too much time inside, it will rot your soul.
Sure.
I can't believe how much I love going outside in the summer and doing physical labor, which was not who I was before, not even a little.
In radio in the state of Illinois, we're really fortunate. We have a great agricultural network, the Illinois Farm Network,
Yeah.
and they carry great programming. And it's funny. My wife kind of gives me grief. It's like, why are you listening to the Farm Report every morning? I said, the Farm Report affects you more than probably anything, just about anything we have on.
Yeah.
If you think about what are you going to eat, I mean, it's all connected.
There's
to
that whole saying of you'll need a lawyer once in your life, a doctor a couple of times,
Right.
but every day you need a farmer,
Yeah.
because you need to eat. So there is an advantage. Yeah.
So tell us about the experience for a consumer at Fox's Boxes, because I know it's more now than just plants and vegetables.
Yeah,
and
so
peppers.
a year ago we took on the opportunity. An opportunity arose to take on a previous bakery.
Right.
So it was all fully equipped and everything for us. So we didn't really jump at the chance. We were very, very scared because we felt we were already busy to our capacity. But
COVID was
rampant.
full swing.
Yeah,
Right. So we're like, oh, well, that's stupid, buy a business in the middle of COVID. But it was a to-go. We decided it was a solely to-go business. So shouldn't hurt with COVID, right? So we took on the brick and mortar, and we've been there a year now. The end of January will be a year, exactly. It's paying for itself, which makes us happy. But if you come in the door, during the summer, you'll see flower bouquets available for purchase. You'll see all our baked goods available for purchase. And we also carry, currently as well, Icy Joe's from Bunkhouse Joe as well. I think it's one of those experiences you can come in and you can get several things. Like if you have a gift for someone, or you want to make someone feel better, we've got baked goods as well as flowers. At the moment you come in and you get nice and warm and toasty biscuits and gravy and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can't beat that. So.
No.
Yep. Hot coffee.
Hot coffee, coffee from Post Commons. Yeah, we carry. They were the ones that helped us, so we help.
Hugh Halter's been on the show.
Yes,
Great guy.
yes, it's the episode I've seen actually. It's the Hugh Halter one,
Yeah.
but
And I guess we should back up. That's actually, we've been baking
That's
for
true.
the farmers market, just a few things,
Right.
over the years. And we just noticed, people at the farmers market were really, the demand was really for something that they could eat right there and then,
Sure. Right.
Along with the vegetables and such. And then we were approached by Post Commons.
thanks to Sarah McGibney.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right, we all know her.
She's been on the show too.
Who haven't you met?
And so have the previous owners of your business.
Yeah, right.
So Sarah recommended us as to do the baking for them, or to do their pastries in their pastry case. And we did that for a year and a half.
It was almost 2 years by the time we decided to take on a bakery.
Yeah.
So we saw that there was interest and that people actually liked what we were making, which was the important thing, because we didn't want to go into business and then people go, this tastes like crap.
Yeah, so it wasn't 100% risk. We already had a bit of a fan base before.
And we've done the
Right.
farmers market Alton farmers market for 8-9 years now as Fox's Boxes, with from vegetables to flowers, and now flowers and baked goods. So you can get our kolaches down at the market.
I don't know if it's like this in every community. It may be, but it just seems like we have such a great small business in particular community
Yes.
of people that want to help
So
other
supportive.
businesses succeed.
Yes, so supportive. Like Epicurean Fair, me and Martha chat all the time. If we've had a bad day, it's nice to have somebody else who had not necessarily had a bad day but understands.
Right.
We're all like, we all try to stay in touch with each other, and it's super supportive.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it can be a bit of an island.
It can,
being
very
a
much.
business owner. And,
Yeah, you don't know, like, especially the first year, you don't know if the bad day was because you did something wrong or
Right.
because it's just bad for everyone.
Sure.
To have some people, some support out there who've been through it several years in a row, it makes a difference.
We also have some other businesses in our building.
Yeah.
Right.
Who have been, they've been
Super
established
supportive.
for a long time, but they're super supportive, and they're also, good people to bounce things off.
Yeah, you
of.
probably have had a couple of them on the show. Like,
Well,
you probably had
we
Mike
talked
Weller.
about that whole corridor there on Airline Drive, Mike Weller
Yeah.
and Pintos and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
several
Ethan.
others.
These are all,
Right. And then
This is our family now.
I guess Chris or one, two.
Yeah, I guess. Right. He's a little far out.
Right, yeah.
We'll take Colleen, but not necessarily Chris.
Okay, right. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's a nice little group. They've welcomed us, and people in the area have really welcomed us. And people come from all the way, I say all the way, but it's only a 10-minute drive. They come from Alton to Rosewood Heights for us because they know the quality, and they also know what they're going to get. It's very specific things they want.
sure.
Yeah.
So you guys have been at it just a little bit of a short time in terms of the brick and mortar. What piece of advice would you give somebody thinking about starting a business right now?
Do it. No, I'm just kidding. If you're bored, do it.
Bored, do it. Yeah,
That's pretty much what we did.
You have to be the kind of person that's willing to sacrifice
Yeah.
your free time, because when you're a business owner, you really don't have any.
It is 24/7.
It is.
It is. It's 24/7. There's no such thing as a holiday. If you're going to take a vacation, you have to understand that you're losing money that week. It's not paid vacation, right? So it really is about sacrifice for the long goal, I guess.
Because it's gonna be on your mind even if
All the
you're
time.
not there all the
Oh
time.
my God, all the time.
No matter how much you love it too, because
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all.
Yeah, no,
most
I get
business
bored.
owners like what they're doing.
Yeah,
But,
we get bored very easily, and we get
Right.
bored if we're not doing what we want to go. Like I'm going back to the bakery this afternoon, right? If I'm bored, I'm going back to the bakery.
right.
Right,
And
or
even
he
if you
goes, "I'm
weren't
going
back,
outside."
you'd be thinking about
Yeah,
what can we do?
writing
about it?
lists constantly. Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Right.
Constantly writing lists
constant.
and spreadsheets.
Yeah, someone loves Excel a little too much.
I think the trade-off is because we've all done both. The trade-off is I've had other jobs where they were good jobs, safe, solid, but boy, I was bored. And now doing something
That's exactly it.
And I spent the last 2 years working from home solely, which I'd never had really done in my career, and it bored me to tears. And I also constantly found myself itching to go outside, and it's real hard when you're when it's right there. You've got 8 hours of work outside that
right.
and you otherwise you're sitting in front of the computer twiddling your thumbs, and it's difficult to balance that. So
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but there are people that would like the computer side of it better. I'm with you.
Absolutely.
I'm like, let's get out in the dirt,
Yeah.
and that sounds more appealing to me. But so
Yeah, each their own. We need every single person,
absolutely
right? Otherwise, it's never going to work.
right.
Well said. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. We certainly appreciate it. Anything that I missed that you wanted to touch on, we'll tell people how to get in touch with you and all that good stuff. So.
Sure. You can email me at tanya@foxes-boxes.com. You can call us at the bakery at 618-258-8081. 251-8081. Whoops. Or you can text me at 478-284-9805.
Stop by.
Yeah,
right there
or
on
stop
Airline
by.
Drive,
Yeah,
so-
we're open from Thursday through Sunday, 7:30 to 1. Stop by and see us and buy a pastry. You won't regret it.
Sounds good. Hey, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your success to this point.
Thank you.
Thanks.